Hi, and welcome back to another video. And in this video, I will be going over my top 5 favorite things to do in Malta. Welcome to Malta, a sun-soaked island nation in the heart of the Mediterranean. Did you know that Malta has been used as a filming location for Game of Thrones, Troy, and Gladiator? Or that it's home to one of the world's oldest freestanding structures, older than the pyramids? It may be small, but Malta is packed with epic views, rich culture, and unforgettable experiences. In this video, I'll share 5 awesome things to do in Malta, from natural swimming spots to local wine tasting. And just so you know, this isn't a ranked list. Every activity on this list is actually unique and worthy in its own way, and just go according to your own vibe. Okay, let's get into it. So the first up is St. Peter's Pool. This natural swimming pool is located on the east side of Malta and is perfectly carved into the rocks. The cliffs are perfect for safe jumps and the water is so clear it looks like a swimming pool. You might even see one of the locals with his Jack Russell doing cliff jumps. So cute! I suggest to come a bit early as they can get pretty crowded, otherwise it is such a relaxing spot to be. Next on this list is Comino Island and the Blue Lagoon. This little island is actually located between Malta and Gozo. One of my favorite experiences was a private 2-hour boat tour with Malta, exploring the crystal clear waters around the island of Camino and the famous Blue Lagoon. Having the boat all to ourselves made it extra special. No crowds, just peaceful ocean, beautiful caves, and the freedom to stop and swim wherever we wanted. The water here is actually unreal, like something out of a travel magazine. If you're looking for something more personal, I highly recommend booking a private ride. It totally changes the vibe. Next up is the island of Gozo. What is a trip to Malta if you're not visiting all 3? The smaller, greener sister island of Malta is full of charm. Swim in crystal clear spots like Garnashini, wander through the historic citadel in Victoria, and walk along the salt pans near Malsaporn. Gozo is peaceful, beautiful, and just a short ferry ride away. This next one is truly one of a kind. It is a sandbank and a private cave that's part of the Gantia temple. This temple is among one of the top 10 oldest temples on earth. I had this experience with Karin at La Riche Temple Retreat in Gozo. Surrounded by ancient stone, candles, and complete stillness, she guided me and my husband through a meditative journey using sound bowls and other sacred instruments. It was peaceful, grounding, and deeply emotional, not just a wellness activity, but a connection to something spiritual and timeless. If you're open to a different kind of experience while in Malta, this is one you'll never forget. Finally, don't miss a visit to Tal-Massar Winery. This is truly a hidden gem on Gozo. This family-owned vineyard offers intimate tastings of unique small-batch Maltese wines, many of which you won't find anywhere else. The experience is made even more special by the winemaker himself. He even shares his personal stories and insights behind each bottle.
As the wine will age, it will start losing the fruity tones, and then you can start detecting the herbaceous tones much stronger. So it takes time for the median notes to detect that herbaceous tea notes. So it takes practice.
He even has this awesome decanter, oh my goodness, paired with a tasty charcuterie board and panoramic views of the Gozo countryside. It's an unforgettable way to savor the flavors of Malta. before I end things, I do have 2 honorable mentions. The first is Popeye's Village. This is a colorful film set from the 1980s Robin Williams movie Popeye. It basically got turned into a theme park, I guess you can say, but I only suggest stopping by there when you are into that kind of cheesy stuff. For me, I actually really enjoyed it. Me and my husband enjoyed it. But also too, if you have the time, if you're only there for a couple days, I don't think you should go. But if you're there for at least a week, maybe you can stop by. And the second is, of course, Valletta, which is Malta's capital. It is filled with history, beautiful architecture, and cute cafes. My husband and I had dinner here for some nights, and we just really enjoyed all the live music and liveliness around town. And that's it. Thank you so much for watching. Malta has really surprised me on what the country has to offer, but I think this video only scratches the surface. I've also made full travel vlogs over both Gozo and Malta, so be sure to check those out. I'll leave them in my description and at the end of this video. So if you want to dive deeper on what other sites I've gone into, the food I even ate, or just other random things I did, be sure to check those videos out. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, please do, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!